Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Teal, County Administrator, and I'd like to welcome you to the State of the County Address. And I'd like to present Mr. Chairman Tom Weather.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you all for joining me today for my 11th State of the County Address, my report to the residents of Douglas County. You know, Southerners are known to be great storytellers. We tell stories to help us understand each other. We tell stories to give an example of how we feel about a particular thing or a way. It's a way of finding common ground and sharing experiences. This is our county story. It's a story of steadfastness and persistence. You know, in 2008, we were dealt with a big blow with the recession. It took us until last year to come out of the hole that others created, but we did. We are resilient. We had the capacity to reinvent our county after the recession, and we did. You know, construction was the #1 industry in Douglas County before the recession, and when it hit, almost all of those jobs went away. Our employment rate soared. Due in part to this, foreclosures in our county also soared, and we spent many months near the top of the list in the state of Georgia. Most of that has now changed. Our unemployment rate is now 5.5%. That means that 94.5% of our residents who want to work are working. Construction has somewhat come back, but we have diversified our employment base since the recession, and we've added jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and service industries, all of which are more stable than construction. We work hard to bring in new industry and to encourage existing ones to expand. We continue to evolve from a rural and suburban area to the economic hub of West Georgia, and we have chosen smart growth. This past year, Google announced a $300 million expansion to its data center on Riverside Parkway. It's one of only 13 Google data centers in the world. This new expansion will create at least 25 new full-time jobs, in addition to the more than 350 employees who already work there. Keurig Mountain announced the construction of a $337 million facility in Douglas County, and this will create approximately 550 new jobs. The new manufacturing center will support the production of pods for the company's new cold brewing system, which will give consumers a convenient way to quickly produce their favorite cold beverage. Industrial materials giant McMaster-Carr Supply is moving its regional headquarters and building an e-commerce center in Douglas County. It will bring 600 current employees and create at least 200 new jobs in the next several years, with an eventual goal of 1,000 employees on this campus. The company carries more than 500,000 building products, and other fulfillment will be the primary function of the new project. Southwire expanded its Douglas County facility and added 60 jobs with another $10 million investment. King of Pops handcrafted popsicles purchased the Daniel Nursery property in Fairplay, and they'll use the land to grow fresh ingredients as well as hosting farm-table events. Their popsicles will spread our county's name far and wide. And Douglas County has been ahead of the curve in the Metro Atlanta when it comes to luring film productions to the state. The Killing Season, The Founder, The Last Punch, and Firelight, as well as many other movies, are bringing people, business, resources, and positive reputation to Douglas County. While they're here, they spend money in our local businesses, restaurants, and our gas stations. We seek the creation of jobs and investment in our county. We have to compete with every other county in the state, as well as all the surrounding states, for these jobs. Business and industry have their choice of where they want to locate, and they look for the best deals they can get. Every city and county that is serious about economic development offers incentives to get the jobs and investment into their jurisdictions. If we don't offer incentives, the jobs and investments will go elsewhere. That's a proven fact. We offer confidential site selection assistance, and we work with the state of Georgia on job tax credits. Companies are able to receive a tax credit for the creation of 15 full-time jobs in a calendar year. We have commercial and industrial districts identified as opportunity zones, and companies that locate there receive state tax credits. We help them with temporary office space, expedited permitting, and taxable and tax-exempt bond financing on projects that often result in below-market rates. Because many of these incentives are statewide, we also offer local tax incentives and abatements for new or expanding businesses and industries. These incentives require higher wages and higher investment by the industry. We receive less taxes from them over a short period of time, but we get the jobs, the investment, the sales tax, the utility usage, and many other positive benefits that make it worthwhile for our residents. Due to these policies, industry now makes up 10.6% of the county property tax digest. In 2005, industry composed of only 5.4%. In addition, industries participating in the abatement program pay taxes in the amount of 5.3% of the total county budget. In 2005, they paid only 1.4%. We are definitely moving in the right direction. A total of 4,769 jobs have been created in the past 11 years through this program. That is measurable success. We're also tapping into the lucrative tourist market. Sweetwater Creek State Park is the third most visited state park, and we want those visitors, as well as others, to stay in our local hotels, eat in one of our restaurants, shop in our stores, and gas up at our gas stations. We improved and opened up the Douglas County Museum of History and Art this past May, and it has already attracted over 4,000 visitors. We have a new tourism director who will be putting together visitor information with places to see, to go, and to stay. This is clean industry that brings dollars into our community. Our county story is one of financial responsibility and fiscal conservatism. The value of all property in Douglas County took a major hit during the recession, and nothing was as valuable as it once was. Nobody wants to pay taxes, but they're necessary to provide the services that our residents tell us that they want and they need. There will be no property tax increase in 2016. There hasn't been one since 2013. We are financially sound and living within our means, and we have no long-term debt. I have to repeat that. We have no long-term debt. Not many governments can really say that. And we also have a balanced budget. You know, I'm a father and a grandfather. As I look in the audience, I see my wife and my beautiful granddaughter, Haven. And as a father and a grandfather, I don't want my children or your children, and my children and your children, my grandchildren, they shouldn't shoulder the county debt that I incurred. So we have no debt. We have earned the highest bond rating that counties the size of Douglas County can obtain, and this is a strong indication of our financial stability. With our property values rebounding after the recession and our continued recruitment of smart industry, we are positioning ourselves to strengthen our financial position even more. More industrial development means more jobs, a greater share of the property tax burden lifted off the residents of homeowners. By not borrowing money and instead paying our bills, buying equipment and constructing projects as money is available, we save wasting money on interest. We can use that money to continue to provide needed and necessary services. Our county story is also one of reinvention. Just as we work hard to diversify our employment base, we continue to reinvent county government and strive to make it better. We're working to embody efficient and effective government. We continue to review and revise regulations and policies that get in the way of creating jobs. We are creating better access to critical programs and information by the use of technology. The Sheriff's Department won a National Achievement Award for the smartphone mobile app, and over 4,000 traffic tickets were paid online last year, saving time and money. Residents who need can now send text messages to 911 if they're in a situation where they cannot speak because it may put them in danger. We have an advanced warning system for weather and other emergencies that notifies residents of possible and impending serious situations. We have just implemented a comprehensive emergency management website that combines all information in one place from the county emergency management, the fire department, the sheriff's department, E911, the school system, and the city police department so that it's easily and quickly accessible. In January, we added a 7th ambulance crew to the fire and EMS department. 7 of our stations, our 10 stations, now have rescue units. The remaining 3 all have advanced life support on the engines. Since 2005, we've purchased 10 new pieces of fire equipment, 6 new ambulances, 1 used ambulance to serve our residents, including 2 ambulances and 2 fire trucks in our 2015 budget. This year, we have funded a replacement fire truck, an ambulance, turnout gear, thermal cameras, and self-contained breathing apparatuses for our people. Smartphones and other mobile devices are becoming more predominant, and we will adapt so that what we do is available to you while you're on the go. Tax Commissioner Todd Cowan is the only tax commissioner in the state who is working on the new driver, record, and integrated vehicle enterprise system. That will allow faster access to an individual's driving record and vehicle registration, resulting in a simplified process and a reduction in transaction times for our customers. It's an innovative system that will save everyone time and money. The Commissioner will also install a kiosk inside Kroger on Hospital Drive this year. It'll allow our residents the ability to renew their vehicle registrations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is in addition to our online renewals, which already are available. Our new transportation voucher program for senior adults and disabled individuals helps provide quality of life trips to keep residents from becoming prisoners in their own homes and able to visit the doctor, the mall, or see friends and family. You know, times quickly change, and we adapt as quickly as we can to be responsive and responsible government that you deserve. Our county story includes planning for our future. We want to be an ideal community for all to call home, whether one is looking to start a career, raise a family, or retire. We all desire a good quality of life. The county's vision for the future is based on a pattern of continued growth, focused on corridors and character areas that discourage urban sprawl, inefficient use of infrastructure, and land use incompatibility. It's the county's intent of a future land use plan to create a Douglas County as vibrant, live, work, and play center while maintaining the county's small town feel. Our future land use plan, in essence, is the county's roadmap to the future. Part of this is the preservation of open space. The Board of Commissioners recently accepted the donation of 85 acres of forest land, which we call the Douglas Boot Nature Preserve. That was from the Southeastern Trust. This land forever will be protected from development, ensuring a great place for future generations to enjoy. We also have a 25-year comprehensive transportation plan that serves as a blueprint for transportation investment for the county and its cities for the foreseeable future. This will better enable us to pursue federal and state funding for road and transportation projects to increase capacity, allow for better flow, and hopefully less traffic jams. Now, funding for road projects is hard to obtain, but we take advantage of every opportunity we have to get one of our projects on the regional list. Many of our residents may not realize that Douglas County is part of the Atlanta Regional Commission, which is the planning agency for the 10 metro Atlanta counties. We are mandated by federal law to be part of the Atlanta Regional Commission, and our roadway funding requests have to be funneled through them as well as the Georgia Department of Transportation. I currently serve as chairman of the ARC's Transportation Committee so that I can work to get us the funding for roads that we need and deserve. Having the comprehensive transportation plan helps us let others know that we have thought about our future, so it's easier for them to award us funds as opposed to those who do not have a plan in place. The Board of Commissioners has also funded $4.2 million in the Capital Transportation Fund that will be used to match the federal and state grants. If you don't have the matching funds, the grants go to someone else. Major transportation projects this year include the realignment and reconstruction of the Bankhead Highway, Man Road, Post Road intersection area to remove site problems, to construct turning lanes, and to install traffic signals. The widening of Lee Road between Interstate 20 and Fairburn Road to 4 lanes, and the reconstruction and repaving of 44 miles of roadway this summer. Future projects in the pipeline include the widening of Highway 166 from Fairburn Road to Fulton Industrial Boulevard, the construction of a truck-friendly lane to alleviate traffic problems on Thornton Road, the widening of Chapel Hill Road to 4 lanes to Dorset Shoals Road, and extending Douglas Boulevard from Chapel Hill Road to Fairburn Road, and also the intelligent transportation system improvements throughout the county to help with traffic flow. We have an estimated $145 million of road and transportation projects in the ARC process at the present time. We also broke ground this week on our new animal shelter and animal services building at Deer Lake Park. This new facility should serve us well for many years to come. We will pay for this construction from the general fund revenues as the bills come due. We will not borrow money for this project. We will remain debt-free. The county recently purchased the former Bleakley RV building on Fairburn Road so that we can serve you better. Later this year, we will move the tax and tag offices, the appraisal department, GIS, and some of our fleet management, and possibly some of DOT as well, into that building. This will allow the court system to expand in the current courthouse and to relieve the current parking congestion on court days. Additional security access points will be installed in the courthouse, making the wait times less. This gives us some room to grow without having to build any new county offices, and takes advantage of a nearby property that has stayed vacant for a long time. We bought the Bleakley building at about 20% of the original asking price, so we were good stewards of tax dollars with this purchase. We just completed a transportation services study which offered recommendations on mobility programs to give county residents better options on how we get from one place to another. We'll be looking at these recommendations that should make life easier for all of us. 6 years ago, Douglas County voters approved a 1-cent special purpose local option sales tax for the construction of the new law enforcement center and jail. That complex is now open, and the last payment on that project will be made soon after the 1-cent SPLOST completes its run in early March. In November, the Board of Commissioners most likely will put before you a renewal of that 1-cent SPLOST so that we can continue to fund projects, capital projects that are needed, including fire trucks, ambulances, and more road projects. Between now and then, we'll be hosting multiple public meetings so that you can tell us what capital project that you want. Our county story is one of good communication and responsibility. We strive to be a builder of families, of neighborhoods, of communities, and of bridges, not walls. I host a monthly open conversation town hall meeting with residents called Chats with the Chairman. I had held chat number 92 in the series in February. The Board of Commissioners hold numerous meetings during the year to talk with the public, and we will continue to do so. We build trust with our citizens through openness with them, and we make every effort to do so. This year brings a new opportunity for communication and the building of bridges. The city of Douglasville has elected a new mayor, and she's promised an open door for communication and cooperation. We will meet monthly to discuss transportation efforts because roads do not begin or end at the city limits. We will work to remove barriers to economic development by disassembling multiple and duplicate authorities and efforts, and we will have an ongoing discussion on how city and county programs, services, ordinance, and regulations may be able to better mirror each other, and some may combine for better government. It is our responsibility to strive for betterment, and we will not settle for mediocrity. We will build a community for tomorrow's generation. Leadership does not need to be dramatic. Leadership comes from integrity. The naysayers of our current political environment, locally and nationwide, are counterproductive, and this behavior should not be recognized or encouraged. You know, our county's website is Celebrate Douglas County, and there's a reason for that. It's our story. and the story of the state of our county, celebrating what is good and positive about our county and making it work even better. May God continue to bless Douglas County, and God bless you all. Thank you.